Yo, it's your boy, Orion, one half of the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Back at you with a new video. We got NFL Week 13 Power Rankings and the 20K giveaway update with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. So if you didn't see the matchup yesterday with the Steelers and the Ravens, we finally did it. I mean, there's been some troll accounts where we've gone over 20K, and then we went down to 19,999, and then we went up to 20,001, and down to 19,997, and then back up to 20,003. So we're pretty much there. We're going to be going up and down, based on a few accounts, but pretty soon we'll be above 10, 20,010, 20,015. So I'm not worried about it. I'm still going to be doing the jersey giveaway. I'm excited for that. So I'm going to give some details on how to be able to win a NFL Shop official sewn jersey or screen print. All right. I'm probably going to be giving it away probably on Monday night. So I'm going to go over the details with that. I opened up a NW Sports Fanatics at yahoo.com, which I'm going to put here on the screen. So all you need to do to be able to qualify for this jersey giveaway. So let me actually put this on here real quick in the chat. So one sec here, and bear with me. So NW Sports Fanatics at yahoo.com, because I wanted to keep it separate from my my Gmail accounts. So this one will be strictly for just the prizes, okay? So NW Sports Fanatics at yahoo.com. So all you got to do is go to that yahoo.com, all right? Take a screenshot of your phone where it shows that you're subscribed to the Northwest Sports Fanatics, and then make sure you put your username that you have here on the YouTube channel. And then once I end up going through all the names, I assume there will probably be somewhere between 50 and probably 300, based off regular, drop-ins, the regular homies, the people that have been riding or dying with me. And then you can win an official NFL Shop sewn jersey of your choice. So if you're the winner and you're a fan of the, Kansas City Chiefs, you're going to be able to get a Patrick Mahomes sewn jersey worth $150 or a screen print. That's the email, nwsportsfanatics at yahoo.com. So if you end up going to that email, you send me a screenshot, all right, and obviously of your phone showing that you are subbed to the Northwest Sports Fanatics from your computer or your phone, all right? And once you do that, make sure you put your username on YouTube. Then I'll end up going through and picking a name probably on Monday Night Football, maybe at halftime. And then that individual will be the first winner of probably 3 that I'm going to do. So this will be the first one. Then we'll do another drawing probably in the playoffs right when it starts, maybe wild card round. And then we'll do one probably in the Super Bowl at halftime as well. So I plan on doing 3. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, but I don't need the addresses just yet. All right, once I actually get the winner, then I'll have the email. Then I can contact that person and we can talk on the phone or by email and go over what type of jersey that you're looking at getting, depending on if you want a Mahomes, an AK-41, depending on if they have a throwback jersey on NFL Shop that's in, decently affordable. I'm not going to be able to do like a Mitchell and Ness, for like $300, but I'll do 3 $100 to $150 jerseys, depending on if it's a screen print or sewn. But I hope everyone is having a great day. I got a good show today for you lined up. NFL Week 13, Power Rankings and the 20K giveaway update with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that fucking like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or our GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. So yesterday I worked a half day. All right, we needed about 100 subs going into that Seahawks-Eagles game. We got about 50 or 60 on that stream. Then we were going in to the Steelers and Ravens. I worked a half day, did PTO, paid time off, just because I knew no other YouTuber probably would be doing that game. So I thought there would be a good opportunity to be able to get maybe 40 or 50 subs if YouTube recommended the video. They did. We ended up getting a good gained over 50, broke 20,000 last night. So if you haven't seen the video, I time-stamped it when we hit the 20,000, which was fantastic. I couldn't have done it without you guys. You know, you guys are insane, you know what I mean? So it really gives me a lot of pride to be able to have a fan base like you guys, the Fanatic family. So very exciting. Gained over over 100 likes on the video, over $200 in donos, so 3.2 million views and growing. All right, 1,000 videos in the library and growing. All right, and now we're over 20,000. Bang! Zini Panini 20K. Let's go. I appreciate that. And right now, I think we're at like 19,999. So whoever subbed to the channel yesterday, or maybe it was an old sub, took their sub away, but I'm not worried about it. I mean, we're right there between 19,999 and then 20,003. So it's been kind of fluctuating today between those numbers. So I don't know if that's troll accounts or someone taking away a sub from a long time ago, but I'm not worried about it. We hit it last night. We're going to keep growing. Obviously from this video, once I keep doing more live streams, I'm going to be doing the Ducks and Cow on Saturday. We'll gain more subs there. We'll be gaining more subs when we get there as well. So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys very, very much. Zini Panini with the big $10 donation. I appreciate you getting it started. I'm proud of you. You know, fantasy football was something that you were afraid of doing. I convinced you to do it. You got second place last year. You're in second place this year. You have a great shot to win the title. It's going to be pretty much Omer Muich, the champ from last year, number one. We got 1 week to go, but I think the playoffs are pretty much set based off our wins and our losses. So regardless if I win or lose, I should be number 4. And I started off the year 0-2. So I'll play Omer in the first round, right? And you'll end up going against Gerald Black and Gold Light Toes. So all of our teams have been pretty solid. 10 wins, 8 wins, 9 wins, 7 wins. So obviously I'm on that last spot. But to start off 0-2 and to go through that kind of ups and downs and losing George Kittle, I knew if I worked hard, I'd be able to at least get to that 3rd or 4th spot. Obviously your draft was amazing. Omer's draft, you know, he has Mahomes and Dalvin Cook. You got Jefferson and a bunch of quality players on your roster with Deshaun Watson as well. So you did a fantastic job. And like I said, I appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me acknowledge everybody that's in the room. But we hit 20,000, all right? We hit 20,000 fucking subscribers. I'm so excited. All the blood, the sweat, the fucking tears. You know, we made over $200 in donations last night. Had 100, plus people smashing the like button. We hit about 3,000 or 4,000 people that hopped in the room for the game yesterday. And we're going to continue growing. So next goal, 25K. Next goal after that, 30K. Next goal after that, 40K. Next goal, 50K, 75K, and then 100K for that silver button. So it's going to take some time to get the silver button YouTube award, but I'm really happy. I'm ecstatic. I feel so grateful for you guys as the best fans on planet Earth. Aria in the building. What to do? What to do? Trey Holiday says congrats. What to do? Ghost Dad in the building. What to do? Aria says congrats on that 20K. Thank you. Feels really good, for all that hard work, that dedication, that passion, all those hours put in, the blood, the sweat, the tears, and we did it before the season ended, which I really wanted. If you guys haven't smashed the like button just yet, about half of you that are in the room right now have done it. We got about 9 people that have smashed it. There's way more than that in the room right now. So if you can close the chat, open it up, after you smash the like button, it would be greatly appreciated. We want to get the likes up. We want to get the donos up. I got a great show for you, and I'm going to go over how to be able to win our very first NFL Shop official jersey giveaway worth about $150. I'm going to be doing 3 of them, so smash that like button for your boy if you could. I'd greatly appreciate it. Orion's new name is 20K Ryan. That's your rap name from now on. Lenny D in the building. Ryan Schrick in the building. Chiefs better be number 1 after Steelers barely beat the Ravens practice squad. We will see if I have moved up or down. Skip Bayless, you're at 20K for real. For real, them trolls ain't taking it away. Facts. How do you enter the giveaway? NW Sports Fanatics at yahoo.com. I created that email this morning. for just the prizes alone. So all you got to do is email nwsportsfanatics@yahoo.com, take a screenshot from your computer or your phone and send it to me showing that you're subbed to the channel, you're subscribed, and then give me your username on YouTube. And then I'll go through all the names, and then on Monday, probably on the Monday Night Football game at halftime, I'll end up addressing the winner. And if you don't win on this one, don't worry. I'm going to be doing 2 more of those drawings, so you'll have 3 chances to be able to get an NFL Shop sewn jersey or screen print. I'm going to try to make the prize worth about $150 per each one because you guys are worth it. I mean, I don't think any other YouTube channel would really do that, but I'm going to go to the extreme because you guys are extreme fans, and I appreciate you guys. You guys have donated, supported, loved me from the very start, so I appreciate you guys. I want to show the love back. And then if you don't win a sewn jersey, don't worry. I'm also going to be giving away some of these NWSF hoodies that I've been promoting. They've been selling really well. $39.99 NWSF. They look like new World Order 4 Life Brother. So I'll probably be doing maybe 4 or 5 of those, and they're retailed at $40 a piece. So I'll end up doing probably prizes for those you can see on the screen. I'll probably do those as well. So that way people don't get left out, and I can give away as many prizes and maybe some Cash App surprise money, some other things for Christmas, just to show the jolly cheer that I am at 20K. Six Inc in the building. Shriek in the building. How are ya? What can you win? There's a lot of things you can win. You can win an NWSF hoodie. You can end up winning a jersey. The main prize is going to be jerseys. I've been looking for, obviously, PS5s and Xbox X's. Obviously, they're very limited here in Oregon. A lot of them still have the bugs. I got friends that got them, and, they're kind of telling me, if you can wait a little bit, maybe for that second run, that might be better, because I would hate to be able to, give a prize out, and then obviously it just blows up and breaks down, obviously after like a couple months. We wouldn't want that. So, NWSportsFanatics@yahoo.com. NWSportsFanatics@yahoo.com. All the mods in the building, make sure you repeat that information in the chat as well so that they know that they can be a winner. And like I said, we'll be able to go over, once the winner is announced, they'll send me a picture of the jersey, and that way that we can display it somewhere in the email thread or in the chat thread, or I can put it on the screen at some point or another. But I am excited to be able to get this first one out there because we got to 20K yesterday. So if you're just tuning in, we hit 20,000 subscribers yesterday. Fantastic. Amazing. You guys are the best fans on planet fucking Earth. No Clan Jolly says bad. Congrats again, Orion, on the 20K. Got to go. All right, man. Lenny D out of the building. Zini Panini, 20K. Let's go. Most Wanted, 28. If Jets aren't one, then throw the list away. You'll need our address, No Clan says. I'll get that information once we get to that point. Absolutely. Test is all over. What you need, screenshot and proof of subscription to the channel and your username on the channel, and you'll be good. I need a new Ramsey jersey. And they got Color Rush jerseys, home, away. And I'm not going to get it from eBay. I'll be on the phone or ordering it, with the person. So they'll be able to get exactly what size. There's not going to be, a question of is it in stock or not. I'll be able to see it right there on NFL Shop, and then I'll order it straight from my debit card for the individual. And I'm not even going to get it shipped to my house. I'll ship it immediately from NFL Shop to the winner. So that way they don't got to wait on me to get it and then ship it out straight to the winner right away. Lenny D says, smash that like button, donate to your boy, and subscribe to the channel. Skip Bayless says he needs a CMC jersey. Okay, I see you. So I can get a custom wedding jersey. Well, I don't know. Well, those custom jerseys, Zini Panini, those cost like $300. So I probably can't get you a custom jersey with your name on the back, but I can do a screen print or a sewn jersey if you win. And that's big facts. Stephen Crawford, who dat, you dat, in the building. What to do? It says Orion doesn't owe us anything. We owe him for his dedication. Drip Bayless in the building. No cap. 100,000 hours. I don't think a lot of people really get that, how much time and effort and energy that is. It says Skip Bayless, I'm glad I started the donos that stream. I know, and you've been doing it pretty consistent, man. I appreciate you very, very much. It says 20K on my screen, and I sub from a second account. Oops. Hey, it's all good. Injuries really killed me in the second half. Ghost out, I assume we were talking about fantasy football. I know. George Kittle says he's returning for fantasy playoffs. But, I mean, it's supposed to be like week 16. If he comes back, it might be the last week. I don't know if he's really worth a grab at that point, possibly. We'll see. Troll Patrol, what to do? What up, Orion in the NWSF? Congratulations on the 20,000 subs, 20K subs. Let's get it. Fly, Eagles, fly. It says, let's see here. Cowboys going to kill the Saints. Drip Bayless is getting delirious already. Ghost Dad says, I want Cam Jordan color rush jersey. Okay, I see you. That would be fine. Randall in the building. Gang, who dat? You dat. What to do? Let's see here. Shepard Williams, congratulations on reaching the 20K. The best on fucking YouTube. I appreciate that. A lot of blood, a lot of sweat, a lot of tears that went involved with it, but we finally got there. So I really appreciate every single one of y'all in the building. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys very, very much. $135, Zini Panini. Is that from NFL Shop, though? Is that a screen print? If it's a screen print custom, then maybe $135. But if you do like a sewn one, I think those ones are like $300. So I appreciate you very, very much, Zini Panini. DJ, my man with the big energy. Love your dedication, brother. New world order for life, brother. Let's go. Troll Patrol in the building. Smash that like button. Subscribe. Donate to your boys. There will be an NFL jersey giveaway for reaching 20K. Good luck, Fanatics. Voodoo in the building. Who dat nation? What it do? Let's see here. Jeremy Mendoza says, sorry, I haven't been that active. It's all right, man. We just hit 20K. So I'm excited, man. I got a 20K giveaway. I'm going to be giving away 3 different NFL Shop sewn jerseys worth retail $150 each. So we'll do this one for the first drawing, another one probably at the beginning of the playoffs in the wild card round, and then one probably at halftime for the Super Bowl. So there's a lot of reasoning to be able to check in, sub to the channel, get your friends to sub to the channel, get this above and beyond 20K so we're not hovering over 19,999 or 20,001 or 20,002 because it's fluctuating today from yesterday. So I don't know if those are troll accounts or people that are taking away their sub from me from a long time ago, but it is what it is. And again, all you got to do is go to nwsportsfanatics@yahoo.com, okay? So if you're a mod and you're in the building, make sure you put that on the screen, nwsportsfanatics@yahoo.com, and all you got to do is show me proof that you're subbed to the channel, a screenshot of your computer, right, or your phone, and your username, and you'll be in the drawing. I'll be giving away this first NFL jersey on Monday, I think at halftime for Monday Night Football to give you some time. I will also do a separate video announcing this jersey giveaway, just probably like a quick upload for like 1 minute, so that way it'll go over the details again for anyone that doesn't watch this video, and then that way they can do that there as well. But I got a good show planned for you guys today. We got NFL Week 13 Power Rankings, which your boy Orion, the best on fucking YouTube, and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that fucking like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or a GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. Your boy's got the chain on. I got the Supreme headband on. I'm looking fresh. I'm looking fly. I feel like a fucking $1,000,000. We just hit 20K. You just have to go to the email, Juan Gotti, nwsportsfanatics@yahoo.com. Okay? Then you show me proof that you are subbed to the channel based off your phone screenshot or your computer. Give me your username, and then you'll be in the running, and then I'll end up picking the winner, the first one out of the 3 on Monday Night Football coming up. So I got a top 10 list with a little bit of movement, and then I'll be able to go over some of the other things. But first off, thank you guys so much. Zini Panini, $10 donation. Bang! Getting it started. If you're not aware, we just hit 20,000 subscribers last night in that Steelers and that Ravens game. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I couldn't have done it without you. All the blood, the sweat, the tears. 3.2 million views, 1,000 videos in and growing. And now we're getting to a point where, man, it's going to go from 20, hopefully to 25K real quick, and then 30K. So that's the next goal, 25,000. But in return, NWSF hoodies and a lot of other things that I'm going to be giving away. But I'm going to give you my personal feeling of these rankings as we're going ahead. So let's start off the list. NFL Week 13 Power Rankings. Jeremy Mendoza, congrats on 20K. Thank you. Power Rankings Week 13 with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that fucking like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or a GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. And if I have time, after the power rankings, we can do a quick picks of the week as well, because I may record tomorrow and do picks of the week, or I might just combine it in this video right fucking now. Beginnings of something great. You're awesome, mate. Wish I had 10% of your drive. Hey, if you have a passion and you have a dream and you believe in yourself, and also, too, if you have a PSA 9 Michael Jordan rookie card that you sold that was worth $5,000, 4 years ago to get the channel off the ground for the speakers and the iMac and obviously the microphones, right, to get the channel off the ground, that's going to give you dedication to never quit. Plus, that card is worth now 16 to 20K. All right, so I knew that I was taking a hit, but I believe in myself, and I had to make that move to be able to get the equipment, to get the channel off the ground, and I'll be able to get another one of those. It's easier to get a $16,000 Michael Jordan rookie card rather than a 20,000 subscriber Fanatic family on YouTube, and that's big facts. So let's start off the list. NFL Week 13 Power Rankings, not by CBS, no. Not by Fox Sports 1 and Skip and Shannon. No. Not by ESPN and them trolls. No. Not by Good Morning Football or NFL Network. No. By the best on fucking YouTube. No fucking bias. Here is my top 10, and we have some movement. Number 10. Number 10 is a team that when they played the first time around, you saw Nyheim Hines on his birthday to stomp the shit out of the Titans. We're not really true believers of Phillip Rivers, all right? They have some holes. Obviously, they had some issues with COVID with their running backs in Jonathan Taylor from Wisconsin, who is a beast. All right, but some of the other guys filling in didn't really do a good job. They got a guy on the opposite side that they lost to and named King Henry. All right, he gets hot in November and December. I still like his defense. I love Darius Leonard, but they definitely took a big hit, but they're still a good football team. They're not going to win the division, but they are going to go to the playoffs as a wild card, and they could surprise someone unless they play someone like the Chiefs in the first round. At number 10, I got the Indianapolis Colts at 7-4. They're going to be moving up between the 5 and 10 week to week. I need to be able to see some consistency, with their lineup, but a big 45-26 loss, I had to drop them down 4 or 5 spots just because I had a feeling the Titans were going to bounce back. Do I think the Colts have a good football team? Yes. I mean, they're right there with the Browns. I'm not really sold on the Ravens. I even like the Raiders more than the Ravens. All right, but you got a bunch of these teams, the Ravens, the Raiders, all right, the Browns and the Colts. I don't know if they're going to be able to win a playoff game, but if I had to choose one of those teams or two, I probably would go, more the Colts or the Browns or the Raiders over the Ravens. So they got their ass kicked, King Henry, but the big reason why they lost the game, DeForest Buckner was injured. All right, so if he's injured or has COVID protocol, right, that's the big gap in the middle, the big run stuffer. So, of course, King Henry knew that their backup was in there and was going to run over them all over the D-line, the linebackers, the safeties, the corners. He had like 3 touchdowns in the first half, okay? So we knew that was going to happen. Let's see if the Colts can rebound. I still like their football team, but they definitely took a hit in my confidence. Number 10, the 7-4 Indianapolis Colts. 45-26, you lost to the Titans. You are going to the playoffs. You'll probably finish the year with 10 wins, but are you a contender or a pretender? Right now, I have to say pretender, all right? Number 9. Number 9 is a team that peaked all the way to number 2 or number 3 in my power rankings at some point in this year. I am very familiar with this team. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about my fucking team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 7-5 record. You lost only by 3 to the future champs of the league, 27-24. You took an L to the Chiefs at number 9. It's my Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So with my Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I'm not stupid. I know if my football team is a contender or a pretender. Bottom line right now, if you don't give Rojo the ball 20 to 25 times, the offensive line isn't really doing a good job. AB needs to go to the bench. Fournette needs to go to the bench. They need to get back to basics, like I said last week. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Gronk, and a heavy load of Rojo. Keep the play calling simple and simplistic. The defense needs to be a little bit better. All right, and even though I have a top 5, top 10 D, when you play against these elite teams, right, like the Saints, the Rams, the Chiefs, we've seen the end result. I mean, I've only gotten stomped one time to the Saints, but the Saints are one of the best teams in football. All right, week 1 wasn't that bad of a loss, but that last matchup that we had, 38-3, was embarrassing. But that's the only matchup that I've gotten embarrassed. I lost the Bears by 1, 2019. I lost the Rams by 3. I lost to the Chiefs by 3. But even though you lose by 3, let's be honest. All right, even though the Bucs lost by 3 to the Chiefs, to me, it felt like 47-24, not 27-24. Yeah, they made a little run in the second half, but there was never a point where I'm like, oh, fuck, we're going to get a turnover, we're going to win, or all we got to do is stop Mahomes. You knew that the Buccaneers are a pretender. We're not a contender. We'll make the playoffs. The last 4 games of the season are all winnable, so we can still finish the year about what I predicted, about 10 or 11 wins, so we can get to 11-5. But the reality is, if the Bucs play the Washington football team or the New York Giants, even though the New York football Giants and Danny Dimes right now is injured and they have Colt McCoy, one of those 2 teams is going to win the NFC East. If the Washington football team or the New York Giants win the NFC East, the quote-unquote garbage division, they can beat my Buccaneers. And I'm not even joking about that. And that's not trying to hate on my team. But the thing is, if you have good defense, Washington football team and the Giants do, you can stop Rojo and Fournette, you're going to win the game or be very, very close. So don't be surprised if the Bucs play a lower team in most people's eyes. I can already tell with my ESP and the film and obviously all the reading that I do how the predictions could lay out. And so don't be surprised if the Bucs get to the playoffs hot on a 4-game win streak, right? But they definitely could lose in that first round. I could see that definitely happening. Now, could they end up turning it around in this last 4 weeks? Of course, all right? But this is just kind of me looking at the team. There's quite a few teams that I feel that are better in the NFC. Do I hope I win a playoff game? Of course. I haven't been to playoffs since 2007, right? But hopefully I can get to a playoff win. I don't think they're going to go to the NFC Championship game. I don't even know if they can win a game in the playoffs. And Super Bowl and NFC Championship game is kind of out of the question unless the other teams have injuries or bad luck or bad refereeing, bad play calling. I don't know. We'll have to see. At number 9, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're 7-5. They lost 27-24, took a big L to the Chiefs, but they've been hanging around. They've only gotten blown out once this year. Contender or pretender? And even me as a Buck fan, and I'm loyal, right? I'm not stupid, all right? I call it right down the middle. If my team is good or my team is bad. And I'm not the only one that thinks this. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are pretenders. And who else are you going to know that's a hardcore Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan since 1995 to admit to everyone on fucking YouTube and the world that's watching, right, that my Tampa Bay Buccaneers are pretenders? That's facts. I mean, that gains me a lot of respect in a lot of y'all's eyes because I'm not a homer. I'm not a bandwagoner. Number 9, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Number 8 is a team that peaked at 3 or 4 in my power rankings at some point of this year. Now, they've had a couple losses that were a little surprising. All right, they're in LA. They're in the West Coast. All right, I still think that this is probably the 3rd best team in the NFC. But Jared Goff and the Goffense, my man, you got to stop turning over the fucking football. You got Aaron Donald, 9-9. You got Jalen Ramsey, all right? Pimpin' ain't easy, all right? But as far as the rest of the players, Jared Goff, he really determines if you're going to win the game or if you're not. The play calling by Sean McVay is brilliant, all right? But you're 7-4. But in reality, you should probably be 9-2. You've dropped a couple games that you should have won. And that's big facts. And losing to the 49ers, I know sometimes you guys can see that and think, fuck, how the fuck did we lose to the Niners? But anytime you lose to a team in the division, it happens. Tampa Bay playing Atlanta, or Tampa Bay playing Carolina, or maybe Carolina playing the Saints, or, you have the Rams playing the Niners, or maybe sometimes the Packers play the Lions, and they lose one. When you're in a division, they play you twice. They know you inside and out. So don't be ashamed of losing to one of the best coaches in the league on Kyle Shanahan's side with the Niners, who they may get Matt Ryan or Kirk Cousins to lead their team after they get rid of Jimmy G this year, all right? They're a good football team. They just had a lot of injuries. The most well-rounded division in football, the NFC West, it's not going to kill your chances of being able to get to the NFC Championship game. Even though you're 7-4, you're still going to end up with 10, 11, 12 wins. I love your football team. I still think you have a fantastic shot with your balance on the offense, the defense, and the coaching and the special teams to overachieve and show people Hey, we're better than the Buccaneers. We're better than Seattle. We're better than the Cardinals. We're right there with the Packers. We have a better D. We might not be as good as the Saints overall, but we can get to the NFC Championship game and maybe prove that we can hang with them. Tyree Stewart, bang! Let's go, baby. $2. I appreciate you. Number 8, the Los Angeles Rams on the west side. All right, they're 7-4, 23-20 loss to the Niners. Don't take it personal, all right? That happens. They're a well-coached football team, all right? I know it hurts, but you guys are still more than likely going to catch up in that NFC West race with the Seattle Seahawks. We see the Cardinals and Kyler Murray, my fantasy football quarterback, that AC joint, all right? You see that shoulder? It's not 100%, all right? So we'll have to see where it goes. But I love the Rams and where they're going. I see the biggest NWSF hater is back. What's new? 20K. That's what happens when you get bigger. Number 8, the Los Angeles Rams. Number 7 is a team that has a fantastic record. They're 8-3. All right, they won against the Chargers against my boy, Justin Herbert, 27-17. Now, with this team, can they get to the AFC Championship game? My initial inclination says no. Are they a contender or a pretender? I want to say contender, but in my brain and heart, it's a pretender. I still think they're a great football team, but they have some weaknesses like the Bucs and the Colts. They're almost there. They're almost there. We've seen Josh Allen and what he can do. Stephon Diggs has been a dream come true coming over. Number 7, the Buffalo Bills. Now, the Buffalo Bills can get to the playoffs and win a playoff game, no doubt. All right, but if you end up going against the Titans or the Steelers or the Chiefs, I'm not sure if you can play 4 quarters with those elite teams. You know, if it's against the Colts, the Raiders, the Ravens, or the Browns, of course, the Bills can hang. Bills Mafia, all right? 27-17, you beat the Chargers. I like the offense. I like, the wide receiving core. The running backs definitely need some work. They got Singletary, Zach Moss. The defense, you have some weapons there at corner and safety. We know what they got out there, but it's just the pressure up front with the linebackers and the D-line. What are we going to get? Are we going to get sack lunches? Is Josh Allen going to be able to use his legs as well as his arm? I don't really know, but I think the Buffalo Bills have a shot to be able to win a playoff game, but I think they're about a year out from getting to an AFC Championship game. But if there's any team that could overachieve 1 year early, it might be this team, the Buffalo Bills. Contender or pretender? I'm leaning about 55% pretender, 45% contender, but depending on what we get here in the last few weeks, we might be able to shift that up to about 60% contender, 40% pretender. I just need to see a little bit more out of the defense and the run game. Those are the weaknesses for the Buffalo Bills. But they got enough firepower with Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs to throw up 30 or 40 on almost anybody. And that's big facts. Number 7, the Buffalo Bills. 8-3 record, 27-17, a win against my Chargers. That probably got Anthony Lynn fired. He needs to get the fuck out of there. I need a better coach for my boy, Justin Herbert, representing Eugene, Oregon, and my Oregon Ducks. Number 7, the Buffalo Bills and Bills Mafia. Number 6 is here on the west side as well. We've seen Danger Russ, let Russ cook. They started to get back into rhythm with Chris Carson. But the Philadelphia Eagles defense came out to play. They were throwing bows like Ludacris, and it showed. Seattle still has weaknesses on their defense, and obviously the running game has to get adjusted to Carson again. They're 8-3, and they're led by Russell Wilson, a top 3 quarterback in this league. We're talking about the Seattle Seahawks at number 6. All right, you defeated the Eagles 23-17. This team doesn't have a defense. You got Carlos Dunlap. They're going to end up doing an MRI on his foot. All right, you end up having Bobby Wagner, the best middle linebacker, arguably, that's in the league. All right, Luke Kuechly's retired. Fred Warner on the Niners is nice. You got guys like Devin White, Levante David, Demario Davis. There's a lot of other guys that need to get recognition, okay? But Bobby Wagner is a first ballot Hall of Famer. All right, and they got Jamal Adams, who is the best safety in football. It finally took him some time to kind of get his legs underneath him from the injury. But the Seattle Seahawks, with only 3 good players really on defense from week to week, I'm not sure if that's going to be good enough to beat a Rams team, all right, to beat a Saints team, to beat a team like the Packers. You know what I mean? You're going to have to get a lot out of Danger Russ. You know, Brian Schottenheimer, the OC, has got to pound the rock. I mean, really for the Seahawks, they got to have the balance. Russ has got to cook, but you're probably going to need a couple touchdowns out of Carson, DJ Davis, Homer, you know, Carlos Hyde. You're going to need to pound the rock for balance so you don't get those teams cheating up, all right, perfectly. And then the defense needs to be able to make some plays. Number 6, 8-3, the Seattle Seahawks. Now, before I get into my top 5, a quick commercial break. NFL Week 13 Power Rankings and a 20K giveaway update with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that fucking like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. Mods, you got your work cut out for you today. So what you got to do is you got to, oh boy, just got to get reported. You know what I mean? That's just what happens. Harassment or bullying affecting everyone on planet Earth. All right, report biggest NWSF hater 31. Yeah. 31 profiles. I think that definitely needs to get reported, all right? Oh, boy is going to Facebook. No, YouTube jail, all right? But I appreciate every single one of y'all. If you didn't watch the videos, you know, we hit 20K last night for the Steelers and the Ravens. You go to nwsportsfanatics@yahoo.com. Take a screenshot of you subscribing to the channel on your computer. You know, if it's not on your computer, you can end up doing it, you know, on your, I got to do another report here again. So one sec here. Report, harassment, everyone on planet Earth, report. So we'll see what happens there with the reporting. Hopefully we can get YouTube to police people like this. Woodrow the Kid, congrats on the 20K. I appreciate that. Jeffrey Sear in the building. So nwsportsfanatics@yahoo.com. Screenshot that you're subbed to the channel, you know, either from your phone by pushing the buttons on the side of the phone or a screenshot on your computer. Give me your username, and you'll be in the running for a $150 sewn jersey from NFL Shop. On Monday Night Football at halftime, I'm going to go announce the winner. There'll probably be about 100 to 300 people that will be in the running. There you go, 6 Inc., let them know. And that's all you need to have is just proof that you subbed to the channel with a picture, screenshot of your phone or the computer, sub to my channel, all right, as well as your username on YouTube, and you'll be in the running. And if you don't win, I'll be doing another one, NFL jersey sewn, $150 value, probably on the wild card round, as well as halftime at the Super Bowl. And I'll be doing some NWSF hoodies for the other people that maybe miss out. I'm going to try to give away about maybe 4 or 5 of those. So there'll be plenty of prizes to celebrate this 20K, all right? I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. You guys are the best fans on planet Earth. And we've been kind of hovering around 20,003 and 19,997. So it's kind of going up and down with these trolls, you know, giving me their sub, taking it away. But like I said, we hit it yesterday, and I don't care if we're at 19,999. You know, it's going to go up, and we'll be at 20,010, 20,025, and it'll keep going up. So we'll be getting it done. Oh, man. This fucking kid, man. You are something else. You are something else. Harassing everyone on planet Earth. Oh, my. He back again. Everyone loves to hate. Everyone loves to hate on your boy. Yeah, we definitely hating. We hating on the hater. We hating on the hater. You just ruin it for everyone else. It's funny how you can get one dumb motherfucker that can ruin it for everyone in the chat by blowing up the chat area. You know, we want to be able to hear what everyone else has to say, not someone that's just being an idiot. Yeah, I did too. I already reported him a couple times, so I appreciate that. Anyone else that wants to report him, go ahead and please do that. You know, it's bothering us. We want to make sure we have a good show. So let's get into the top 5. Appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Please keep disliking hater. You know, haters don't bother me. You know what I mean? Haters don't bother me. I'm at 20K. I'm grinding to 25K. I got the best fans on the planet Earth, the Fanatic family. You know, we're good. I got plenty of homies that are going to back me up like all y'all in the room, so thank you. Appreciate you. Jesse Gardner in the building. Marcos Pineda in the building. 5 dislikes, probably all from him, so it's all good. At number 5, so let's actually do a quick review. Number 10, the Indianapolis Colts, 7-4. Number 9, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 7-5. Number 8, the Los Angeles Rams at 7-4. At number 7, the 8-3 Buffalo Bills. All right, the number 6, 8-3 Seattle Seahawks. And now we're going to get into the top 5. All right, y'all? Here we go. At number 5, these are my 5 favorite teams. These are 5 Super Bowl contenders. All right? Oh, man, this kid, bro. This kid. The thing is no matter how much you troll my guy, all right, you know what I mean? It's not going to take away the fact that your boy is the best on fucking YouTube, and you never will be me, my guy. You never will. You never have the voice. You never have the passion. You'll never have the fans. All right, we all know who number 1 is, motherfucker, and it ain't you. All right? At number 5. Seriously, what? Hey, when you're like 8 years old or 10 years old and you're a hater, that's what happens. At number 5. Number 5 is one of my favorite teams in the league. Raven Stokes, bang, in the building. What a do. What a do, girl. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Number 5 is a team that I think that could go to the Super Bowl. And they're not named the Kansas City Chiefs, and they're not named the Pittsburgh Steelers. This team is climbing my rankings. I love their offense. I love their head coach and Coach Vrabel. I love Ryan Tannehill. And they got 2 guys that I absolutely love. All right? They got A.J. Brown, and they also got King Henry. Now, you got guys like Corey Davis and Jonnu Smith. Can that do some damage as well? The defense has some holes, just like the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. That's definitely known. It's written. It's facts. We get it. But they put up 45-26 against the Colts to kind of show that, you know what, we are the real deal, Holyfield. 8-3, the Tennessee Titans. Who plays the best in December and November? It's King Henry. And like I said, if you have a good defense, you're going to be able to slow him down a little bit. If you have a horrible defense, good fucking night. I mean, he's going to light you up. Jerry, 3 feathers, $3. Jerry. We got a troll in the building. Biggest NWSF hater has created 35 profiles. We broke 20K. Went down to like 19,999, went up to 20,002, back to 19,997. So this kid is crazy. But like I said, I know eventually we're going to get above 20,010, 20,100 and whatnot. So we're only going to have to deal with this for a little bit of time. It is what it is. Yo, boy. Number 5, the Tennessee Titans. And don't be surprised if they play a team like the Ravens, beat the brakes on them. Don't be surprised if they play the Browns, the Colts, the Raiders, beat the brakes off them. If he gave me 11 dislikes, he's got like 20 profiles, bro. I mean, it's it's a given, right? But don't be surprised if the Titans play the Steelers and win, because I really think right now with Bud Dupree with the ACL tear, they already lost Devin Bush, right, the linebacker who's a stud from Michigan. I don't see the Pittsburgh Steelers going to the Super Bowl. I never had them going to the Super Bowl. I thought maybe AFC championship game. But when you lose a guy like Bud Dupree, they're going to know. And now this is really opening the door for the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tennessee Titans to play each other in the AFC championship game, or Chiefs playing Steelers before that, or the Titans. But I definitely like the Titans and the Chiefs on another level now. That Bud Dupree injury is someone that you can't replace. You know what I mean? Yes, I know you got, Cameron Hayward. Yeah, I know you got TJ Watt, who is Defensive Player of the Year this season. I mean, if you look at his stats, he's been unfucking believable. All right, Minkah Fitzpatrick, a future Hall of Famer, just like TJ Watt. But with that being said, Big Ben is beatable. All right, Juju Smith-Schuster, Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, they're great. All right, but if you shut down James Conner and Benny Snell, right, you stop the Steelers just like Tampa Bay. You stop Rojo. Right? You stop Rojo and you stop Leonard Fournette. You stop the Buccaneers. It's pretty simple. Ben Roethlisberger is a little bit better, mobility-wise than Tom Brady. Not a lot. They're both old, even though Tom is like number 2, number 3 in the league in yards right now. But I don't believe in the Steelers. I think this is going to be really detrimental. I could see them losing. I believe they play the Washington football team next. And don't be surprised if the Washington football team wins against the Steelers. That could be upset alert. I'll go over my picks of the week. But I definitely think that the Pittsburgh Steelers are in for some trouble, and that is big facts. Number 5, the Tennessee Titans, led by Ryan Tannehill. Guess who? A.J. Brown, top 5 alert, wide receiver in the league. And guess who? Derrick King Henry at running back. Number 5, the Tennessee Titans. And again, mark my words, do not be just crazy. Don't think that it's insane. Don't think it's impossible. The Tennessee Titans have a path to the AFC championship game, and I would not be shocked if they get there. If they win the AFC Championship game. A little bit of shock. But if any team could do it against the Chiefs, it's them. And that's big facts. Number 5, the Tennessee Titans. Number 4 is a team I absolutely love. One of my favorite quarterbacks in the league, not named Patrick Mahomes. This guy makes everybody better. This guy is going to be in the MVP race. Number 1, number 2 with Patrick Mahomes. The only thing this team is lacking is a defense. Coach LaFleur is fantastic. They should not have drafted Jordan Love. They should have got Justin Jefferson. But with that being said, Allen, the Lizard Lazard, is back. Marquez Valdez-Scantling is there. Aaron Jones. Who? Aaron Jones. Who? Aaron Jones is there. And guess what? You got a top 3, top 4 wide receiver in the league in Devontae Adams playing out of his fucking mind. Fucking bananas. All right? We're talking about number 4, the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers. Now, I think that the Green Bay Packers can easily make the NFC Championship game. Now, the only team really in their way, in my opinion, is the New Orleans Saints because they got the best defense in the NFC, and now with Bud Dupree out, I think they're going to have the number 1 defense for the rest of the year. This team is going to overtake the Steelers or any conversation of the Colts or any of those other teams that quote-unquote have a great D. Tampa Bay, throw all those other teams in the fucking garbage as far as defense is concerned. The New Orleans Saints are going to have the number 1 defense, and they pretty much have been 1A, 1B with the Steelers all year, number 1, number 2. But now with Bud Dupree out for the ACL tear for the Steelers, look for these other teams to be able to dominate. Green Bay Packers at number 4. They're 8-3. Aaron Rodgers, everyone said that he's washed. Everyone said that he can't throw. He obviously can. He's the man. I love him. 41-25 against a Bears defense that's top 10. I only could put up 19 points at that point, all right? He put up 41. This fucking guy, Aaron Rodgers, is so good, like Patrick Mahomes. If they let these guys get loose, we're talking about 6, 7, 8, 9 touchdowns in a game. And the only quarterbacks that could really do that, right? Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes. And that's big facts. But even though the Packers' defense isn't the same as last season, Jair Alexander has improved, all right? But you got Zadarius Smith, Preston Smith from last year, not the same, all right? So I do worry if they play a team that pounds the rock, a.k.a. the Saints, all right? You might have the same thing that happens to you when you played the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. They ran all over your ass. They got sack lunches on you. You didn't play good, and you had to come back in the second half too little, too late. So we could see a Saints-Packers NFC Championship game. That's what I'm thinking, all right? So don't be surprised if the Packers get there, but I would be surprised if the Packers win that game. Just like the Titans beating the Chiefs. It could happen. I don't see it. All right, but it's possible because you're one of the best teams in the fucking league. All right, number 4, the Green Bay Packers. 8-3, 41-25 over the Bears. Amazing. Very, just like, you know what I mean? Like when you watch Aaron Rodgers throw and Patrick Mahomes, so effortless. It's like you're watching greatness. You're watching Kobe. You're watching Jordan. You know you're watching something so special once they retire. You'll never forget it. You're never going to forget Mahomes. You're never going to forget Aaron Rodgers. I absolutely love him. If you watch the Pat McAfee show, he's live every Tuesday in the 3rd hour. I always go on there and watch Pat McAfee show. I encourage you guys to be a part of the McAfee Mafia, just like your boy. Number 4, the Green Bay Packers. Number 3 should really be at number 2. And the only reason I have them at number 3 and not number 2, because my number 2 team is undefeated. But they're going to start sliding down the ranks very soon. I feel that the New Orleans Saints are going to start taking over. I don't see them losing very many games. Only the Chiefs game is the possible loss. So we're talking about a team that's probably going to go 13-3. Right? They may run the table. I don't know if they can beat the Chiefs, but if anyone can or has a blueprint, they will probably give them the toughest challenge out of any team. Could be a Super Bowl preview, all right? The Saints are 9-2. You beat the brakes off a wounded, weak Broncos team with no quarterback, all of them in COVID protocol. Hinton tried to do the best job that he could. Practice squad wide receiver. They only put up 3. 9-2, New Orleans Saints. I don't see them losing again very many games, maybe against the Chiefs, and they're going to run the table, probably go 13-3. Number 1 seed, the best team in the NFC. And I absolutely love this team because I feel the Steelers are going to start sliding down and the Saints and the Packers are going to slide up. So at some point, it's going to be Chiefs 1, Saints 2. Chiefs 1, Saints 2. Whether that be this week, next week, or the week after, I mean, I feel the Steelers are undefeated, I get it, but I like the Chiefs and the Saints as the best two teams in football, no doubt. Absolutely no doubt in my mind that these are the two best teams top to bottom. Now, the Saints got a better defense than the Chiefs, but the bottom line, Patrick Mahomes is that dude, all right? Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback on the planet. Travis Kelce is the best tight end on the planet. Tyreek the Freak Hill is a top 3 wide receiver, and last week against the Bucs, he looked like the best wide receiver on the planet. He's the fastest player on the planet, all right? And you got the best OC on the planet in Eric Bieniemy, top 5 coach in Andy Reid, and in a defense that's very underrated. So with that being said, I love the Saints, but to be able to keep up with the Chiefs team for 4 quarters, we'll get a preview here in a couple weeks to see how long that they can hang around or if they can pull off the upset and win that game, all right? But I love the Chiefs. I think they're going to go back-to-back. I already told you guys that at the beginning of the year. They're the best team in football. We're starting to see the new era of a dynasty. But if there's one team besides the Titans maybe playing the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game or prior that could win, or the Steelers possibly knocking them out, I think the Saints are really the only team that could do it. Maybe the Packers, just because they have Aaron Rodgers. Number 3, one of my favorite teams, even though I'm a Bucs fan, we're talking about the New Orleans Saints. They have a fantastic roster, even with Drew Brees out. I hope they stick with Taysom Hill for the rest of the year. And now I think if you put Drew Brees back in, you guys will lose to a team like the Packers or, maybe one of those kind of wild card bubble teams. But if you stick with Taysom Hill, which I don't know if Sean Payton will do, right, with the loyalty to Breeze, right, I think that you guys can go all the way to the NFC Championship game and get to the Super Bowl and who knows, possibly win. But if you go with Drew, him not being 100%, I have a weird feeling that some weird pass interference calls, referee calls, play calls by, obviously the head coach. Something is going to be a little out of the ordinary. Breeze might get hurt, and then you go in and put in Taysom. But at that point, if that happens, you might be down by 10 points. Taysom might not be able to get you back to that point. So I love Taysom Hill. I think you should stick with him. And I know it's like that Eagles situation, except Drew's not out for the year. The Carson Wentz going to Nick Foles. But, think about it. Breeze is on the way out. He's got a year or 2 left. Of course you want to be loyal to the guy, loyal to the soil, to the guy that's got you there, right? But Taysom Hill gives you the best shot, even with his fumbling problems, all right? He gives you the best shot to be able to hang on to the football, be mobile, use him as a runner, right, in that offense. And that's my true feelings. You go with Taysom Hill, you can get to the NFC Championship, and you win. If you end up going with Drew Brees, you're going to lose. And I don't know if you're going to lose at that point in the Super Bowl. I just don't think you can win the NFC Championship game with a Drew Brees player that's not 100%. If Drew is 100%, all right, if Drew's 100%, then Drew. Absolutely Drew, all right? But if Drew is not, with all those broken ribs and punctured lungs, I just think that you're going to be able to find a defense that will be able to get to him, and then by the time Taysom gets in to replace him, you might be down by 10 and might not be able to recover in time. And I'm just saying, that's my personal feeling about it. I think that Taysom Hill gives you the best shot to win the NFC Championship game, get to the NFC Championship game, and represent the NFC Conference the best way that you can as a well-rounded offense, the best defense in the NFC, an awesome coach in Coach Payton, even though he does bonehead play calls once in a while. All right, we're talking about the New Orleans Saints at number 3, and I have a feeling they're going to be number 2 on my list next week. 9-2 record. They're going to win the rest of their games the rest of the year, except for the Chiefs. All right, they're going to run the table. Number 1 seed. I absolutely love this team, the New Orleans Saints. 9-2. Number 2 is a team that I had number 1 the whole year, pretty much, right? You're 11-0, and it's the first time that I actually put a team down a spot because you won 19-14 against the Ravens, and I know that with Thanksgiving, and obviously you had to reschedule the game 3 or 4 times, but the Steelers lost Bud Dupree. James Conner, obviously, is the key to this fucking offense. Benny Snell is not as good as James the Terminator Conner, and when they don't run the football, their offense gets stale. The defense definitely doesn't get energized as much. Now you only have TJ Watt and Minka Fitzpatrick. You got Cameron Hayward as well. I get it. But losing Devin Bush at linebacker is one thing, and then you bring in Spillane, to be able to clean it up, right? That might be temporary Band-Aid. But losing Bud Dupree, who would have been a Pro Bowl, probably All-Pro this season, you're not going to recover from that. And now I feel that the Steelers are the third best team behind the Chiefs and the Titans. I don't see them getting, to the AFC Championship game, the Steelers. And if they do, all right, if they do, they're not going to beat the Chiefs. It's just not happening. The Chiefs will find a way to exploit them, and they're not going to, even with their top 2, top 3 D, you're going to notice once Bud Dupree is out, instead of having the number 1 D, they're going to slide down a few spots, probably still be top 5, but going down 3 or 4 spots is going to be very detrimental, not having that pass rusher besides Cameron Hayward get to the QB, and no one gets to fucking Patrick Mahomes. So they're 11-0. You won sloppy, one of the sloppiest games of the year that we saw, all right? 11-0, number 2, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the number 1 team in the land, pretty much the number 1 team all year. I told you in preseason that this team is going to win the championship. They're going to go back-to-back. I told you the Rams and Cardinals would be better. They are. The Giants are in the running for a playoff spot. They are. All my predictions are pretty much coming true. We're talking about the best team in the league. We're talking about the 10-1 Kansas City Chiefs, all right? You got Patrick Mahomes, the best QB in football, better than Aaron Rodgers, better than Russell Wilson, better than everyone else. If it's in the fourth quarter and you're down by 10, you're down by 14, you're down by 24, it doesn't fucking matter. If there's one guy that you have confidence in that's not named Aaron Rodgers, it's Patrick Mahomes. He's got the best arm strength besides Josh Allen. He's got the intelligence. He can make all the throws blindfolded, one eye covered, sidearm, over the shoulder, behind the back, whatever you need to do. But you got the best quarterback, the best tight end in Travis Kelce, the fastest player that's the hardest to guard in the league in TK. No. Tyreek Hill, the cheetah, all right? He's a freak. Tyreek the Freak Hill, and then you got all the other complementary pieces like Robinson, Sammy Watkins that'll come into play, McCole Hardman, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Le'Veon Bell. The offensive line is underrated, and the defense with Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. All right, you got him. You got Frank Clark, a big addition from the Seahawks last year, right? And then you got Chris Jones, and then you got other guys like Dirty Dan Sorensen and a lot of these other great players that people don't really know about. The Chiefs are going to run through everyone in the playoffs. It doesn't matter if you're the Steelers. It doesn't matter if you're the Titans. I mean, I think the Titans are the only team that can give the Chiefs a little bit of a problem. Steelers, maybe a little bit of a problem for like a quarter or two. But when it comes down to it, I think that the Chiefs can beat anybody in the AFC, and their biggest opponent may be the Saints or the Packers in the Super Bowl. I really think that might be must-see TV. That might be Aaron Rodgers versus Patrick Mahomes, or that Taysom Hill-led offense with that number 1 defense of the Saints going against Patrick Mahomes. But even if you have a number 1 D like the Niners did, what happened? They scored points. And they were great, but just not great enough in the fourth quarter. So if the Saints get to the Super Bowl against the Chiefs, I see a similar outing like you did with the Niners and the Chiefs from last year. Saints could score. Saints could be happy. Saints could win the NFC Championship game against the Packers and run the ball down the Packers' throats with AK-41 and Latavius Murray. But it's one thing to beat the Packers in the NFC Championship game, Saints fans. You got to beat the Chiefs. And this is like the top dog. We're talking about the New England Patriots when they're 20-year domination. You're going to get that with the Kansas City Chiefs, whether you want to admit it or not. As long as Andy Reid and Bieniemy are there, this is going to be a really rough battle winning games in the AFC or even winning Super Bowls. I just don't see it happening. The only team that can beat the Kansas City Chiefs is the Kansas City Chiefs. All right? It's like when the Warriors had KD, right? And they had Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. The only team that could beat the Warriors is the Warriors. And how did that happen? Injuries. So the same thing happens and applies for the Kansas City Chiefs. NFL Week 13 Power Rankings. Number 10, the Indianapolis Colts. Number 9, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Number 8, the Los Angeles Rams. Number 7, the Buffalo Bills. Number 6, the Seattle Seahawks. Number 5, the Tennessee Titans. Number 4, the Green Bay Packers. Number 3, the New Orleans Saints. Number 2, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the number 1 team in the world, the Kansas City Chiefs and Chiefs Kingdom. So that is my top 10. And again, the 20K giveaway, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. We got to 20K last night, with that Steelers and Ravens matchup. About 3,000 to 4,000 people hopped in. We gained about 50, 55 subs, a couple trolls, like biggest NWSF hater, coming in the room, going out of the room, giving me 10 subs, taking 10 subs away. But we're getting to a point where we hit 20K, and I don't care if we're at 19,999 or 20,002 and it fluctuates. We're going to be able to keep growing forward and getting more and more subs. You guys are the best fans on planet Earth. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys very much. And like I said, you go to nwsportsfanatics@yahoo.com. You show me a screenshot that you subbed to the channel from your phone or the computer and your username on YouTube. Then you will be in the running for a $150 sewn NFL jersey. Now, I can't have repeat winners. So if you win the jersey the first time around, you can't win it when I do the other 2 drawings, because obviously that wouldn't be fair. But I'm going to do 3, one on Monday night. I'll do another drawing for the same information again, right? Probably the wild card round in the NFL playoffs. And I'll do another one Super Bowl Sunday at halftime. And if you don't win, there's also going to be NWSF hoodies that obviously I'm promoting, the $39.99, as you can see here that I'm going to be posting up in the chat. So you'll also get an opportunity to win one of these $39.99 NWSF hoodies. I'll probably be giving away about 4 or 5 out of my own pocket to a lot of you, appreciative, hardcore fans that I absolutely love. You guys are the Fanatic family. You guys are the best fans on planet fucking Earth. NFL Week 13 Power Rankings and the 20K giveaway update with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or our GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. So we've been in the room for about an hour. Let's do picks of the week. Let's get the picks of the week here. Everyone's in the room right now. Let's go ahead and do the picks of the week since we have the time. Your boy's grinding, so I'll be online here for another about half hour as we go over the picks of the week together. So everyone open up their phones, open up your apps on your computer, a separate page, and let's go over some of the matchups. And I want to hear what you guys think, what we're going to be going over here today. Randall, he's on top of it. It's the first matchup on the ESPN app. Saints, 9-2. Versus the 4-7 Falcons. So for these picks of the week, Nolans is favored in Vegas by 3. It's a trap game. All right? You started 0-5, Atlanta Falcons. You've won 4 out of the last 6. Koo has looked great as kicker, the best kicker in the game right now, not named Justin Tucker, right? Todd Gurley's been banged up. Julio's been banged up. I think the Falcons will play the Saints tougher. I think it could be a trap game, absolutely. But the Saints can't afford to lose a game like this. The only game that they can lose, all right, is the Chiefs game. You still want to get the number 1 seed. You want to still prove to everyone, besides me and the Saints fans, that you are the real deal. You are the best team in the NFC. I know it. Saints fans know it. But the haters outside the building, they don't know it. They think Green Bay. They think Seattle. They think Tampa Bay. They think Arizona. They think Rams. Rams are close. All right, so Rams and Green Bay are close to the Saints. But other than that, everyone else is a pretender, all right? But I got the Nolans Saints winning the game. It could be a little bit closer than people think. Maybe a 27-24 game, 27-23, 24-20, 24-21. I'm thinking about maybe a 3 to 6 point win for the Saints. Are they good enough to win by 10, 13? Of course, right? But the Falcons have something to play for. Raheem, they've been playing really, really good for. Raheem is really coaching up, really well. He was on my roster. He was my head coach. So I really feel that at this point, the Saints cannot afford to drop this game. So what do you guys think? 34-13 Saints, 24-21. 6 Inc. says, Randall says 34-13. Anybody else in the room, what y'all think? You guys think, give me a score. You guys think Saints? You guys think Falcons? And if you're really ballsy, give me a score. What y'all think? I'm thinking Saints. Like I said, somewhere in that 27, 24, 27, 23, somewhere in that general range. But I think Saints fans are confident. I'm confident in the Saints. Raven Stokes says 27-24. I love it. Because I can definitely see that type of score. And like I said, it's not like the Falcons are really a good football team, right? But they've been playing hot as of late. These guys are playing for contracts. They're playing for big money. Maybe Matt Ryan ends up leaving the Falcons and joins the Niners. So, I mean, this is almost like an audition, going forward. Jesse Gardner says Falcons win 34-24. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? I mean, you never know. You never know what might happen. I mean, anything is possible. You know what I mean? It's a rivalry game. It's a trap game. It's like when the Niners beat the Rams 27-24. You know what I mean? No one thought the Niners were going to win that game, but sometimes those wins come out of nowhere. You know what I mean? You might be up for Saints Tampa Bay because you know what it means with Breeze and Brady. But then you kind of take the Falcons and the Panthers for granted. You're like, we're better than them. We're definitely going to mop the floor with them. And then they come out and punch you in the mouth, and they're up 13-0. And sometimes it's hard to come back when they punch you in the mouth. So no matter what, I got the Saints winning. They're the best team in the NFC. I absolutely love them. All right, next matchup, guys. We got the Detroit Lions, 4-7, right? A shit team. Versus the 5-6 Chicago Bears shit team. Can we just cancel both of these franchises, right? Just like have them move to another city with another fan base that actually appreciates these teams. Both teams are trash. I don't even give a shit who wins this game. Is that bad? I don't give a shit who wins. If anything, I'm pulling for the Lions to win. I could give a shit about the Bears. Their defense, on paper is supposedly good. I don't give a shit about either one of these. I do like Matthew Stafford more than anyone really on the Bears besides Khalil Mack. They have some players that I like on the roster, but they're just pieces of shit. No one cares, right? Chicago is favored by 3 at home, and realistically, the Bears are going to win this game just because more than likely they are at home, and they might be a 17-14 kind of game, a 17-10 kind of game, a garbage booty game that no one gives a fuck about. But I want the Lions to win. Right, but I don't think they're going to. Not on the road. They would have to be at home. I got the Chicago Bears winning by 3, maybe, 2017. It's a garbage game. 13-10. They're garbage. No one gives a shit. Let's move on to the next game, okay? Next matchup. One of the best matchups of the year. Jerry Three Feathers, 48-20. Yeah, baby. Jerry. My boy. All right, next matchup. One of the best of all the week 13, all right? But not only that, one of the best matchups of the year. 8-3 Cleveland Browns. I told y'all the Browns had a shot to leapfrog the Ravens, and it's happening this year, maybe a year early. Even with Odell gone, it was a blessing that Odell got injured because the offense is running better without him. Versus the 8-3 Tennessee Titans. 8-3. King Henry going against a stingy defense of the Browns. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt going against a defense that's really not that good on the Tennessee Titans. Titans are favored by 5.5. A.J. Brown can get touchdowns. Corey Davis, Jonnu Smith. Who do you trust more, Baker Mayfield or Ryan Tannehill? The winner of the game is going to be on the ground, right? So the Titans, even though they got King Henry and they just whooped on the Colts, this is a game that the Browns could win. I mean, the Titans need this win more to kind of cement their status as the number 2 team in the AFC. Chiefs, Titans, Steelers, right? And no one really is going to give the Browns a shot. But I don't think anyone can stop Nick Chubb, right? Or Kareem Hunt, right? Jarvis Landry had a big game, right? The defense is a little bit better from the Browns. It could be upset alert, all right? The Titans are the easy pick. It's the easy pick to come down to it. Who has a better game, King Henry or Chubb and Kareem Hunt? I say Chubb and Kareem Hunt is going to have the better game. Who do I think is the better team? The Titans. Who do I think is a Super Bowl contender? The Titans. But who's going to win this game on Week 13? Let's go for an upset alert. Let's go to the Cleveland Browns. I think Nick Chubb going against a shittier defense, right? And Kareem Hunt. I don't like Baker Mayfield at all. All right, but maybe this is the game where the defense gets a pick 6 on Tannehill or a special teams touchdown or Chubb goes off for like 150. Kareem Hunt scores with 100 yards or 80 yards. Let's go with the Cleveland Browns. They're the real deal. They're 8-3. It's going to be a close game, probably somewhere in the 20s. 28-27, kind of game. 28-24 Browns. See, I got you guys thinking that maybe the Browns could run and maybe the Browns could win. But you got to see where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? I love the Titans. I love them. But this matchup is definitely a trap game, just like the Saints and the Falcons is a trap game as well. But these two teams are 8-3. Who needs to win more? The Titans for their position, but mentally, who needs to win more? The Browns. If the Browns go 9-3, goodbye. Goodbye Bengals. We knew that. But goodbye, Ravens. And guess what? If the Browns win this game, they could catch up to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I know that sounds crazy because the Steelers are still undefeated. And I don't see the Steelers dropping 3 of the last 4 or 4 out of the last 5. I'm not saying that. But I'm thinking if the Browns win this game, it could springboard them where that maybe the Steelers lose 1 or 2 and the Browns are second, but they're going to be confident going into the playoffs, especially with no Bud Dupree. And if the Browns play the Steelers, I could see the Browns winning that game. I don't like the Browns. I don't like Baker Mayfield. But if you got that guy Nick Chubb, top 5 running back in this league, with the best backup in the league, Kareem Hunt, the only other duo that's on the same level, AK-41 and Latavius Murray. But if you think about it, player for player, Nick Chubb, AK-41, that's almost a push. They're both great. They're both pacing to be Hall of Famers. They're both amazing, right? But if I had to take Kareem Hunt or Latavius Murray, even though Murray went off last week against that weak-ass Bronco D, I got to go Kareem Hunt. I mean, that guy could be a starter on any team in the NFL, and I almost kind of wish that the Chiefs never let him go. Because imagine him on that Kansas City offense still. I mean, being that baller that he is. But the Saints running backs are legit, top-notch elite, so much with the Browns as well. New world order for life, brother. So let's go for the upset alert. Browns with the upset win. Next matchup. Bengals 2-8-1 versus the Dolphins 7-4. This is easy. Joe Burrow, right? He's injured. No confidence in the Bengals. The Dolphins will rout them. They're going to win by 10 or more. Look for the Dolphins to win this game. 27-10. It's going to be a blowout. I know that they're going to put up at least 20 with Ryan Fitzmagic or Tua. This one's not even close. Dolphins big. 7-4 Dolphins. Doesn't matter if it's Fitzmagic or Tua versus 2-8-1 Bengals. But if the Bengals had Joe Burrow, it would be a little bit more intriguing. They probably would still lose, right? But it could be a trap game for the Dolphins. Too bad we don't get to see that matchup. Very sad. Next matchup, Jaguars 1-10 versus the Vikings 5-6. I got the Vikings winning big in that game by 10 points or more. We're talking about 35-17. It's going to be a blowout. You see the gritty. You're going to see Justin Jefferson. You're going to see Adam Thielen off the COVID list. Dalvin Cook hopefully better with the ankle. Kirk Cousins should throw for at least 250 yards, 2 to 3 touchdowns in the air to Thielen and Justin Jefferson. Vikings big. 5-6 Vikings, 1-10 Jags. Good luck, Jags. You're in the draft. And that's big facts. Next matchup, Las Vegas Raiders, 6-5, getting obliterated by the Falcons against the 0-11 Jets. All right, and this is the game that they need to be able to rebound. Raiders by a shitload. Raiders by at least 13 or more. I mean, we're talking Raiders 31, Jets 13. It's going to be a fucking blowout, and they need it after that ass whooping that they got to get the confidence back for the Las Vegas Raiders. All right. NFL Week 13 power rankings and picks of the week with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can, either on here, patreon.com/NWSF, or our GoFundMe. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Follow us, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. $3 more to 20, 4 more likes to 30, and we just broke 20K last night. NWSF in the house all day, every day. NW Sports Fanatics at yahoo.com, right? All you got to do is show me a screenshot that you subbed and your username, and you'll be in the running for an NFL Shop sewn NFL jersey of your choice to the winner. I'm going to give away 3. 1 on Monday Night Football, 1 in the wild card round, and 1 at halftime at the Super Bowl, as well as some NWSF hoodies. I'm getting my custom NWSF chain made by the company Collegiate Art Designs that makes these Oregon Ducks chains that I rock. So I'm very excited to see what design they come up with. I'm probably going to have to pay $100, $200 for this custom chain, but I can't wait to get it. Hopefully I get it by the Super Bowl. But you guys are the best fans on planet Earth, and let's continue the list. All right, we got the 7-4 Colts versus the 4-7 Texans. Trap game. All right, the Colts should win easily. Favored by 3.5. but Deshaun Watson is that dude. All right, so you might be able to get something out of them. Kiki Kuti, maybe some of these randos that they got out there. Will Fuller cheated with the drugs, right? Supposedly he got drugs that weren't approved, right? It's going to be tough for the Texans to win this game, but it could be a game where like J.J. Watt goes off, right? The Colts are the better team. They got their ass kicked, but they need to make sure they bring their A game. Otherwise, they're going to lose 2017 to the Texans. The Texans, don't have a full complement. No D-Hop, no Will Fuller. All their guys are banged up, right? But they got that man, Deshaun Watson. So even though the Colts are the better team and they're the playoff team, I could see the scenario if the Texans go up early, right, and go up 10-0, 13-0, they could win this upset alert. Deshaun Watson is one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the NFL, and that's big facts. I love him. He is a beast. You watched him at Clemson. He's a winner. The Michael Jordan of the NFL is what Dabo Swinney said. I don't know if I would go that far because he's not as good as Patrick Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers, but he is the future of the league, and he's on the cusp of being a top 5 quarterback in this league. All right, I love this matchup. Colts should win the game for their confidence, getting their ass kicked by, Derrick Henry. And more than likely, the Colts would have to kick like a field goal to win this game at the end. I think this game is going to be extremely close. I would not be shocked either way, right? But for the Colts' sake, they got to win this game. They have to. 23-20 Colts. But I could see the Texans, if they win, I would not be shocked. But the only way the Texans are winning is if Deshaun Watson throws for 300 and for at least 3 touchdowns. If he does not do that, they do not win this game. Big facts. Next matchup, an intriguing one. 7-4 Rams versus the 6-5 Cardinals. Now, if Kyler Murray didn't get hurt, right, in the last few weeks against New England and obviously in Week 12 when we saw them get kind of picked apart, all right, this is something that is kind of alarming to me, because I have Kyler Murray in fantasy. If I want to win my fantasy football league, I need him to be healthy. Otherwise, I'm going to have to pick up someone else at QB, right? They're limiting his yards on the ground, all right? So what are we going to get? Are we going to get Jared Goff in the Goff-fence? Are we going to get a healthy Kyler Murray? Are we going to get an injured Kyler Murray and a Jared Goff in the Goff-fence that's kind of, sliding in the dirt and kind of stuck in the mud? I'm not really too sure. But if I had to choose a team out of the two, I got to go to the Rams. I think they're the 3rd best team in the NFC. They lost to the Niners. They're going to be pissed. The Cardinals have some of the weapons out there, but if Kyler isn't 100%, I don't know if they're going to be able to beat a team like the Rams, right? The Kyler would have to run for a touchdown and throw for at least 2, and I don't know with his arm and shoulder if he can do that at this point. He's a little bit more banged up than we think. And like I said, it might kill my fantasy football dreams of winning the NWSF Fantasy Football League because Kyler is my only quarterback. I don't got a backup. I might have to pick one up this week. I probably won't, but very alarming. But the only way the Cardinals win is if Kyler has a monster day. I like the Rams and their defense. I think their offense gets back on track. Give me the Rams 23-20 over the Cardinals on the road. All right? Next matchup. Giants 4-7 versus the 8-3 Seattle Seahawks. Seattle blowout. Colt McCoy at quarterback instead of Danny Dimes. Jerry Three Feathers, bang! $3, my guy, appreciate you. But I got Seahawks winning big. We saw Josh Gordon get reinstated. He won't be eligible until Week 16. The Giants have some weapons out there. Evan Ingram, Slayton. You got some of these guys out there that can make some plays. But the Seahawks, even their defense is kind of shaky at times. Carlos Dunlap, if he's out there with the foot injury, hopefully they monitor that. But Jamal Adams looks great. Bobby Wagner looks great. Danger Russ looks good. Chris Carson is a beast. DK Metcalf is playing like a top 5 wide receiver this year. Tyler Lockett is great. David Moore is great. So I got the Seahawks winning big in this matchup. Give me Seahawks 31, Giants 20. So I think they're going to win by at least 10 in this matchup. $20 in donos, 4 more likes to 30. You guys are the best fans on planet Earth. Seahawks easy. Eagles 3-7-1 on the road against the 8-3 Packers. Do we even need to say this? We know the Packers are going to stomp the shit out of the Eagles, but I think the Eagles defense is going to be hungry like they were when they played Seattle. The difference is they're not at home in front of their fans. They're going to be in Lambeau on the road. They're going to get complacent. Aaron Rodgers is going to tear them apart, and I think that they're going to win by at least 10 points or more. No Thursday night football because we had the game yesterday. All right. Packers in a blowout. Packers, let's go. Packers 34, Eagles 17. I think they can win by at least 10 or more. All right, next matchup, intriguing one. New England Patriots 5-6 versus the 3-8 Chargers led by bum-ass Anthony Lynn, who needs to get fired. All right, I like Justin Herbert more, right, than Cam Newton. But with that being said, it seems like Anthony Lynn doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Eckler should be back in the lineup. So even though I want the Chargers to win this game, the Patriots are going to be better coached. And when you have a better coach in Belichick and Josh McDaniels, it's going to get you the win. It might be a little bit closer, though. I go Patriots 24, Chargers 17. So I wish the Chargers had enough, but you're going to have to wait till next year to see them to really take the next step once they get Justin Herbert a better coach. So it'll keep the Patriots' playoff hopes alive, and they'll get to 500. They're 5-6, so they can get to 6-6 and beating the Chargers. So I got the Pats. All right, next matchup. The Broncos 4-7 versus the 10-1 Chiefs. This one is going to get fucking ugly from the very start. Chiefs 42, Broncos 13. I mean, we're talking about just a fucking blowout. 14 to 17 point win, not even close, mopping the floor, showing you that they are the best fucking team. And also, it depends if the quarterbacks are back. I don't think they're going to have to go back to Hinton back again, but if they did, shit, maybe 60 to 3 or 60 to 6. I mean, but I think they're going to get their quarterbacks back, so they should be able to put up at least 13. But I would be shocked if they get to 20, not against this Chiefs team. Chiefs defense isn't number one in the league, but they're going to dominate in this matchup. And that's going to be on Sunday Night Football, which is exciting. So we get to see Kansas City up close and personal. Monday night, we got a doubleheader. So we got the Washington football team versus the undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers are 8-point favorites. Now, if James Conner is still out, I think Washington can win this game. It's a trap game. I like Washington winning this game. I really do. The Steelers have been on the ropes. If James Conner plays, the Steelers are going to win. If James Conner does not play, Washington is going to win. And there's a shot that even if James Conner does play, Washington with Alex Smith, Antonio Gibson, underrated, McKissick, scary Terry McLaurin, that defensive line, there's a chance that they're the best team in the NFC East. All right, it's the Washington football team. Danny Dimes is out. They're going to go down. Dallas is out. Eagles are going downhill, right? Washington football team, this could be a big win for them, and the Steelers are going to drop a game at some point. They're not going to go undefeated. So this might be the game, and I'm telling you right now, this is the game that I think the Steelers could lose. Like, realistically, I think the Steelers could lose. This could be a 2017 Redskins, Washington football team win. All right, but if James Conner is there, then, of course, the Steelers could end up winning, 24-17, 27-17, something of that nature, right? But I think that they're not the same team without James Conner, and obviously no Bud Dupree. That's going to be a huge fucking loss. Look for upset alert. Look for Washington to win that game. You heard it here first. If James Conner doesn't play. The other Monday night doubleheader, the Buffalo Bills at 8-3 versus the San Francisco 49ers. Another trap game. Niners are at home. All right, they're banged up, but they just got off a win against the Rams. The Bills are the better team, all right? But they're kind of pretenders to me. They're not as good as the Titans. They're not as good as the Chiefs, right? They're not, right? And they're not as good as the Steelers, right? But you could probably beat the Ravens or the Raiders or the Browns or the Colts. But what does that really mean? Maybe winning one playoff game and then playing a contender and then getting your ass kicked. So the Bills should win this game. But don't be shocked if the Niners upset the Bills 2017, 23-20, in this matchup. Like I said, the Bills are the better team. But the Niners are confident, even though they don't got a lot of weapons out there. They got a great coach in Kyle Shanahan. Don't be surprised if the Niners upset the Bills. Big facts. Tuesday, I believe this game is on. Looks like Baltimore is favored by 7.5. You got the Cowboys 3-8. The Ravens 6-5. The Ravens are going to win by default. It doesn't matter if it's RG3 or Lamar Jackson, if Mark Andrews has got COVID or not. The Cowboys are horrible. They're not going to win this game. The Ravens should be able to beat this beat up Cowboys team. I don't have any confidence in really anybody in the Cowboys roster. I don't have any confidence in the Ravens either. All right, but they'll have enough to be able to squeak out a dub. The Ravens should end up winning at least close to 10 games, maybe make the playoffs. But I think that, like I said, out of all the teams, I like the Browns better than the Ravens. I like the Raiders better than the Ravens. There's Colts better than the Ravens. So as far as like the back end of the playoffs, the Ravens are probably the worst team in the AFC that's going to make the playoffs. And you could also say that for the Cardinals and the Buccaneers, that we're probably the worst teams that are going to be in the playoffs, Washington football team or the Giants also. But I think that they actually can win with their defense and their running game and their coaching with Riverboat Ron. So that is it. NFL Week 13 Power Rankings and the NFL NWSF 20K giveaway. We did power rankings. We did picks of the week. 4 more likes until 30. $5 more to 25. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I wanted to give you guys some love and do a video today. Power rankings, picks of the week. Again, nwsportsfanatics@yahoo.com. One of the mods, please put that in the chat. Take a picture on your phone, screenshot of your computer, showing that you have proof that you subbed to the channel. All right? Make sure you do that. And then all you got to do is show me your username on YouTube, and you guys will be in the running on Monday Night Football for an NFL Zone jersey of your choice worth $150 value, either throwback, screen print, or sewn, depending on what they have available at NFL Shop. And then I'll be also doing another winner, on Wild Card Round, as well as Super Bowl at halftime, and some hoodies and some other merch as well. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. We fucking hit 20K. Let's take a quick look on what the numbers are now, because I know we've been fluctuating from 19,997 to 20,003. So it looks like as of right now, we're at exactly 20,000 subscribers. So you get these trolls like biggest NWSF hater, and he'll come in and create 10 profiles and like it 10 times or dislike it and then take the sub away. Normally dislike 10 times and take those 10 subs away. So I'm hoping that we can get to 20,010, 20,020. So that way we have a little bubble for these fucking trolls, and that way we can keep it moving. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys had a great time in the show today. Like I said, we're at 20,000 exactly right now based off the update. So like I said, we were at 20,003 as of last night. And then a couple hours ago, we were down to 19,997. So a couple people took their sub away. I don't know if it's a troll or maybe an old sub, but we're at 20, and we're on the way on the up and up. So you guys are the best fans on planet Earth. I hope you enjoyed my power rankings and my picks of the week. We're at 20,000, 20K giveaway. I'll be here maybe tomorrow for a stream. If I'm not, Saturday, Ducks versus Cal, ESPN, 4 o'clock. You'll see a little update in the community room. And I also will be doing Sunday Night Football as well. So it looks like that's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be on Sunday night. So I'll be doing that. And like I said, I'll probably be doing the giveaway on Monday night. So Sunday Night Football is Broncos Chiefs, and then Monday night will be Bills Niners, because I'm at work for Washington and the Steelers, unless I decide to take PTO and get off a little early. So you guys are the best fans on planet Earth. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Be safe. I hope you enjoyed everything. And like I said, I'll be back very, very soon with you guys. I got one question for you. Who you know talks sports like us? Your boy Ryan, the Northwest Sports Fanatic, Valhalla Sports Talk, my guy, 20K giveaway. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Peace.